Welcome back to Twin Cities Live. We're just a few weeks away from the last day of school, if you can believe that. The kids are excited because the homework is going to take a break unless they happen to be still struggling in school.
If that describes your child, you may be considering hiring a tutor or signing them up for a summer school program. But a mom from Savage says her 9-year-old had a successful school year thanks to brain training. TCL reporter Kelli Hanson introduces us to a 3rd grader who once hated reading, but now loves chapter books.
What do you want to be when you grow up? You know?
A teacher like my mom or a photographer like her.
Lily is a twin.
Yes.
And she was born pretty early.
Yep.
And that played a little bit into her journey, I guess. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes. So Lily and Liam were born 10 weeks early, and they spent almost 2 months in the NICU. With that, there was the caveat that there may be a lot of issues that you won't even know about until they actually enter school. Kindergarten seemed okay, and it's kindergarten, so everybody's new and you don't really know how anything is going to play out. But by 1st grade, there were some signs that maybe there were some other things going on, at which point we took her to a vision specialist, and she actually went through 6 months of vision therapy. By 2nd grade, we were still seeing some issues in the fall at conferences, and then by spring conferences, I definitely knew that we needed to try something else.
As a mother, you're thinking, Lily is smart.
Yeah.
She's a smart girl.
Yeah.
But there's something not clicking.
Exactly. Yeah. She is a bright girl, and she's very articulate, and she's very charismatic. To see her struggle in the classroom in these other areas was heartbreaking, and it was a lot of tears every single day at school, at home, and I was just looking for any answers I could find.
What was it like in 2nd, 1st grade? What was school like for you?
Well, I mean, like, we'd have tests, and like, I would not be able to focus on them. Like, it was just so hard, like, for some reason. And like, it would be like, I would have like a test, and then I wouldn't understand something, and then I'd just be there sitting there staring at the paper.
Was that super frustrating?
Yes.
And all your other classmates are done and turning things in?
Yes, exactly.
You found LearningRx. You enrolled her last summer.
Yes, she started in June.
Okay. It's a tough program.
Yeah, it's rigorous. It's probably not what a kid wants to be doing every week, 4 times a week, especially during the summer. But Lily was so excited to start.
You were all in, I hear, to do the program. Was it kind of hard, though?
At the beginning.
Yeah, and you were going there quite a bit. Okay, but you think it helped?
Yes.
From the day you started to now, what's school like for Lily?
A complete 180. A complete 180. We haven't had a day of tears, not once, not at school, not at home.
What subject maybe is your favorite in 3rd grade?
Reading.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you like reading?
I don't know, I just like all the things that happen in the books. I mean, actually last year I just hated reading so much. But now
you love it?
Yes.
It's so important to intervene early and get the help early if you can.
Oh my goodness.
What a little young lady there. Goodness gracious. Rich Frieder is here, the executive director of LearningRx. So there are a lot of families who are going to be looking for help now as we enter summer, and they have a lot of different options, and parents were like, shoot, we want to do the best thing for our little one. What do you think sets LearningRx apart? Why is that a good option?
Well, the reason that we're a good option is LearningRx is not a tutoring center. We're actually what's called a cognitive skills training center. So the reason that's important is this time of year most families do tutoring, summer school, things like that, and it doesn't hurt to do that, but what's happening is you're treating the symptom. You're never getting at, well, why is the child even struggling in the first place? And so Lily's an example where she struggled with reading. Well, when you're doing tutoring, you're kind of just doing more reading, which the repetition doesn't hurt, but it's not getting at, well, why does she struggle? So what we do at LearningRx is we're a cognitive skills training center, and we're identifying why she's struggling. Usually it's weaknesses in things like memory or attention or processing. And unless those underlying weaknesses are addressed, you just keep doing tutoring every year. And so what we're doing is addressing the root cause. And our goal is to get kids out of that cycle of academic frustration and tutoring every single year.
These stories never get old to me. I mean, every single time, and you bring different people of different ages, and you show us different struggles, and they all end up with like this beaming confidence at the end. And we were talking about Lily in particular, and I think especially for girls, when you think about like, she is a beautiful young girl, and I can just like imagine this, fast forward in my mind, if she didn't have the confidence that she was smart, the decisions just based on feeling like she was pretty throughout her life, of what decisions she would be making. I mean, this doesn't just change them going to school. This can change the decisions she makes with relationships, with family, with everything going forward, because she believes she's smart. She knows she's smart now.
Yeah, that's what I love about what we do, is it totally can change the trajectory of someone's life. And so, yeah, Lily, I mean, if she did tutoring every year, it wouldn't hurt, but guess what? Every year you start to get more resistant to it. You start to believe, why do I need tutoring every year? What's kind of going on? What's wrong? Am I not smart enough? And she's super smart. We just needed to unlock that for her.
Oh,
it's about more than getting an A on a
so
test.
good.
It's about
so good,
confidence.
Rich.
Really good
you
stuff.
You are
right?
the best. So LearningRx is offering TCL viewers a deal. Call and mention Twin Cities Live. You'll get an initial assessment for $75. It's regularly priced at $199, and we've also posted more information about the program on our website, twincitieslive.com. Great time in the summer to just, you got a little freed up schedule. You can just make it happen and get really ahead and set for the next year.
A big thanks to LearningRx for sponsoring our show today.